Solana may be setting up for one of the biggest moves in weeks. The higher time frames still look bearish, but the daily chart is flashing early signs of a breakout. Is SOL about to rally towards $90, or is this just another bull trap before a bigger drop? Let's break down every time frame and let's find out. But before we go over the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade I gave you guys on my last live, which was a bear flag with the entry at around $78 or so, taking us all the way down to about $72. And as you can see, we hit the exact measure move, so congratulations on whoever took this setup. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. Let's start off here with the weekly chart. This past weekend we ended up closing a red candle here on Solana. This is looking like it could become tweezer tops. It's going to be very interesting to see how this week closes in the next 5 days and 6 hours. If we remain underneath the 21 moving average, then I could see more downside for Solana. This is actually a bear flag here that already kind of broke out and we're trying to retest it. But if we could get above this 21 moving average, notice how in the VRVP there's a big gap here. This means that we could pretty much fly up to this next big node here, and it's possible we could make it to this 200 moving average at $107.57. We still have some room here on the Stochastics RSI, so this weekend candle close is going to be very interesting for Solana to see what happens there. Take a look at the 3-day chart. We see that the stochastics are toppy, but this could always roll back up. As you can see, we're getting some curvature here on the RSI. We are below the 50 line, but if we could get above it, that could be bullish. And we're trying to see if we could stay above this 21 moving average and fighting to get above this 50 moving average. If we could break above this 50 moving average at $82.04, then we could make it up to this 80 moving average, which is at $87.85. That will be a nice little run here for Solana since it's been beaten down for a while now. Now on the daily time frame, I'm liking this time frame a lot. You can see that on the RSI, we're getting above the 50. We're pointing straight up. The stochastics RSI have fully reset. We're also pointing up, and we're currently above the 21 moving average. Now, if we could close above the 21 moving average, then we could see if we could start making a run towards this point of control here on the VRVP, which is pretty much at around $85. And if we could hold and stay above that, then we could go and test this 200 moving average again, which is at $91.34. We take a look at the 8-hour time frame. We see that the stochastics are pointing up. The RSI still hasn't reached the 50, but we're starting to get there. And we did get above the 200 and the 21 moving average, but we ended up getting kind of like a double top. It looks like we bear flagged here, but now we got a very big green engulfing candle, and we're trying to get back above the 21 and the 200 moving average. Let's say that maybe this could be a slight double bottom here. If we could get back above this 200 moving average, then it's possible that we could see some type of a breakout here. We could say that we're possibly in this pattern here, kind of flagging out sideways, kind of doing kind of like a wedge here. And if we do break out, the measure move to this could take us back up to about $87, possibly even close to $90. If we take a look at the daily time frame, as you can see, if we break out from here, we could be close to this 200 moving average. By the time we get here, this 200 moving average probably catches up to this measured move. So this looks like the next possible move for Solana. Overall, it still looks a little bit bearish on the higher time frames, but as we start getting into the lower time frames, it's starting to look a little bit more bullish. We take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Stochastics still pointing up. We just got above the 50 on the RSI. I'm liking that we fell and we bounced back up from this 200 moving average, and now we're back above the 21 moving average. So again, if this breaks out, we still have the momentum on the stochastics RSI. We can see that move towards $88 to $90. On the 1-hour time frame, here is looking a little bit bearish. We got a little bit overbought here. The stochastics RSI a little bit overbought, but this could still drag here. We could curve back up and we could drag here for a little bit. What I'm not liking though is that we kind of try to make it to the 200 moving average and we got rejected pretty much from there. The 200 moving average is currently at $78. Now, if we could get a curve back up and we could stay above this 100 moving average, which is at $76.83, and we continue going sideways, this is where we could see a possible flag here playing out. This will be a sideways flag, but in order for this to happen, we must stay pretty much above the 100 or at least the 80 moving average. And then this looks like it could break us up, and this could take us to about $80. So this is going to be interesting on the 1-hour time frame. Let's see what happens with the stochastics, and let's see if we could stay above this 100 moving average. If so, a rally to $80 is probable. On the 15-minute time frame, I'm liking this. The stochastics are reset. We're pointing up. The RSI is pointing up. And again, if I put on the patterns, you can see this flag here. So basically, we just got to continue going sideways here, and we could have that breakout. We just got back above the 21 moving average. So this is going to be our guide. As long as we could stay and hover around this 21 moving average and we don't fall down, we can make that breakout to $80. Now, if we cannot get above this 21 moving average, notice how this could end up being some type of a head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, this could be a head, and we cannot get above that head, this could be a right shoulder, and this will bring us straight down, possibly to test this 200 moving average at around $76. If we can't hold that, then I could see us going down even further. So right now, overall, like I was telling you guys, I feel slightly neutral to bullish on the shorter time frames. I feel like we could rally to $80 to $90, but in the longer term, unless we could break above this 21 moving average on the weekly time frame with strength, we could have more downside in the longer term. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.